Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 113. 113. We're back again with you this week. I'm Ryan. I'm here with my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin, as always.
Just this week.
I said as always at the end. Like last week we had guests on. This week we don't have guests on.
This week I'm Ryan.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, you never know. I mean, could be somebody else.
You don't know what you get.
I mean,
you don't know who's coming.
Could be like a multiverse.
Could be like a multiverse. Oh, wow. We already have the segues.
Segway.
Tonight we're going to be talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you haven't seen that in the news, it's happening. It's happening.
Wow.
You've heard it here first.
Hide your kids.
Yeah.
Lock your doors. It's coming.
Man.
Or as I like to call it, the Chris's on Infinite Earths.
That would not be good.
We were debating earlier, how do you do the plural of Chris? I said just throw an ES on the end. Katrin said that was horrible looking.
I think it's just cry.
Let us know
Cry.
on Twitter
Cry.
or Facebook or wherever.
Is it Chris apostrophe S?
No, that means you're...
Yes.
I know, it's
Chris's
possessive.
book.
I know.
See, I always thought the possessive was S apostrophe. You don't put another S.
You don't put another S.
Yeah.
Well, that's why maybe the plural is with an S.
Yeah,
Apostrophe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you're saying Chris's. There's Chris's.
I think there's just only one. Every Chris is the same.
Nobody cares.
Please tweet or Facebook us or send us an email.
Send us
We
an-
are
Show at gmail.com.
we are the collective. We are
Send us
one.
an angry email.
Send
What
us
is your
an angry-
problem? Don't you
All we
know
want
how
are angry emails. That's it.
That's all I get all day.
Anyways, we're going to talk about that because there's been a lot of news come out about the CW Arrowverse show. So basically Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and I guess the new Batgirl show.
Yes.
Yeah. Are doing a combined thing called Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is actually a comic book series. And we have the leading comic book guy here, one of the Chris's, and so he wanted to talk about it. So if this is a great episode, good job, Chris. If this episode stinks, Chris, what were you thinking? But
It's gonna be my fault. It's fine. It's gonna be a terrible episode. I'm sorry.
No, it's gonna be great. We're gonna have fun. But before we dive into that, I just wanted to check in with you guys, see how you're doing. There's another couple of news things that came out. Did you guys have a great week so far? No one cares, but go ahead.
Oh, wow.
I had a terrible week.
Yay!
Yeah, I was having a good one until you said no one cares.
No, I mean, like, they're probably like, just get on with the Crisis stuff. Unless you have Crisis. Did you have a Crisis this week? Because then that would tie right in.
We did actually have a crisis.
Oh.
It was very bad.
Oh, no.
At work. So this is...
Top secret.
It's not top secret, but there's these things that happen in workplaces in the IT realm called certificate updates, and we had one of those, and we weren't prepared for it, and had a lot of issues, and it wasn't fun. We thought we were prepared, thought we were doing the right thing, and it ended up being bigger than it was. So it was definitely a crisis. And then today, like, we got past it, and then today, the phones decided to stop working at our main office, and then they came back up, and it's okay. But man, it's like tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's Friday, so
you need to run drills like they do on like submarines. So, if like alarms going off. Or like,
I don't know if I could handle it.
But like we got a certificate coming in. Go go go.
It really shouldn't have been a big deal, and we've met today and decided what we're going to do the next time, and we won't have this issue again. But man, it was not good.
The next time you're just gonna shut down the office and just
next time
quietly run away.
No, there's some things we can do, but
you don't want to be a K-19. I'm sorry. I've been watching K-19, The Widowmaker, with Harrison Ford and Liam Neeson. So
okay,
I got like submarine things in my head. Sorry.
Okay.
Well,
the Russian submarine.
Oh, of course.
Shut down.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows about
Like
this.
the Cold War. Oh, come on.
Uh-huh. History. Anyways,
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
But anyways, it's getting better. I'm
Good.
glad to be here, and this is the highlight of my week.
Oh, I feel so special.
So I hope it is for you guys.
It is, and it's even.
It is now.
It always is for me. What even makes it more special is when we put the episode out and we see the listens start coming up. And last week, you guys listened, and we're very thankful for that. So please keep sharing. I'm Geek with everybody, all your friends, and we have some more guests hopefully coming on in the near future. We'll see what happens there. But I've had a pretty normal week, poop, pee, all that stuff that has with kids.
Oh. So you didn't do those things?
Well, I probably did too. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Some
Like
important stuff.
my one of our kids had an accident, and there was poop, and I said, "Stand still, don't move. I've got to get the dog out of here and the other kid out of here, so I can clean up the mess." My wife was getting home at the time, so I'm like, "You take them," and I walk back, and between walking to take the dog to put the dog over at the gate and walking back, it's like a bomb went off. And there was literally poop everywhere. I'm like, "Why didn't you stand there?" And he goes, I just moved. I don't know. I stood here." And it was on the floor, it was on the counter, it was on the curtain. I know.
Does he understand the words "stand here"? Like I don't.
He might think so. So that was my day yesterday, and I was just like, if my wife was coming home, she's like, "You've been with the kids all day. You take a little break." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds good." And as soon as she said break, that's when it all went to pot. I was like, "Well, there's no break for me."
Oh, went to poop.
It did. It did. But today we went to. We have a Disney trip in September, which I did end up getting yesterday. We'll talk about that in a minute. But today we went to the Disney outlet store, thinking I could get some like cheap, Disney shirts and stuff for them to wear for the kids. And I walk in, and it's like completely rearranged from the last time I've been there. And the outlet part of it was still said outlet store, but the only thing that was like outlet prices was like one of those little spinny racks with clothes on it, and like one shelf, and the rest was everything was regular Disney prices. And I'm like, what? Why isn't it an outlet store? Why isn't it just a regular Disney store? So Disney's just, I don't know. So we got a couple of shirts, but
I mean, Disney lost a lot of money with Fox, so they got to really make it back.
Which explains the checkout procedure, because I got them a couple swim things there, and was checking out, and the lady was like, "Would you like to add on a reusable bag?" Like for I don't know, $1 or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, "No, I'm good." "So you're okay with just walking out of here with your stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Because we're green here at the Disney company. We don't have bags anymore."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Why are you?" And she was like, had the silently judging you eyes at me, like, I'm like,
I got pockets.
Yeah, as long as you're okay with me walking out without a bag, that's even better, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we all reuse plastic bags, right? It's reusable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well,
come on.
To me, like the reusable bags, especially when going to the grocery store, like how many people actually clean those things? Because like they're putting like meat all kinds of stuff in there. And it's just like no one's going to clean those, and they're just going to use them again and again, and everything just builds up in it. Because when we lived in California, they were doing that. We got some of those, and we're like, these are just getting nasty. Like I don't want to use these.
Well, the funny thing that was like the clothes were on hangers, and usually when you go to the store, they take the hangers off and keep them. But she just gave me the clothes with the hangers on them. I'm like, oh, I wanted to say, oh, so you guys don't reuse your hangers here? But I didn't. It was just very like judgy. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm saving the earth by not buying another bag.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, so we're going to Disney. I'm going to Disney. Well, I'm going to Orlando next week. Next week, I'm going to Orlando for the podcast movement, which is a podcasting conference. So I'm going to learn so much. And
oh yeah,
I hope so.
Well, we don't know what we're doing, so
yeah.
Can.
I'm hoping that I come back from it. Like we have 17 sponsors now. We're making six figures.
Cheapers.
They're all other podcasts.
Yeah,
all the sponsors.
But they're supposed to have like, Podbean is going to be there, so hopefully I can talk to them and be like, "What's up,
Podbean? How you doing?"
And
hey, come here often.
I think they want you to like record
once a year.
Record while you're there, so they're going to have like places set up to record. So I don't know how our episode is going to work next week. We may have an episode. We may take a break since I'll be in Orlando. But since I'll be in Orlando, it's going to be very tempting because Disney's there. My pass is still good, so I'll probably be at Disney some too. So I'll have some stories to tell.
You're going to be at Disney the whole time.
Yeah.
You're not going to the conference.
Shh, I'm going.
You're going to get home and your wife's going to be like, "So, how was the conference? Did you learn a lot?" You'll be like, conference? What? Yeah, it was so good.
Well, the thing is,
that.
With the conference, you get recordings of every panel and everything that goes on. That they're going to send them to me after it. So
you don't have to be there.
Technically.
Just listen to them on the plane ride home.
Yeah, I'll just go to the the show floor and get all the swag and the freebies. I'll be like, look at all this stuff I got.
I was there
the whole time.
Take like 10 pictures of yourself there and then just space them apart on Facebook.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. But I will be going to Disney. I'm flying in Monday. I'm getting off the plane. Hopefully it all works out with the timing works out. I'm getting off the plane.
Hopefully you get off the plane.
Getting in a car and driving straight to Magic Kingdom because I have a fast pass.
They're getting a car for you? You're going to have a fancy car?
No.
You're getting in a car?
And driving it.
Oh, man.
They're not picking you up?
I thought corporate was putting you in the nice car this time.
Corporate? No, who's corporate?
I am Geek Corporate?
Yeah, who are they?
Oh, well. Well, good.
Maybe when I go to the rental counter, I'll hand them a sign with my name on it and be like, "Can you just hold this up so I feel important?" But so yeah, I'm getting in the rental car and driving straight to the Magic Kingdom and riding Big Thunder because I have a fast pass for it.
Very nice.
And then I'm staying with a relative there, and I already told her, I was like, "Is it okay if I come in a little late?" She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." So that'll be next week.
3 a.m.
Yeah. The parks have been closed for hours. Yeah, well, they just now found me. I've been hiding in the waters at Pirates.
Ew, don't go in there. That's the same water that when they opened the park with.
Oh, I saw a video of it breaking down and how they get people out is they jump in the water and push the boats through.
And like when they get out of the water, there's like nothing left.
They're mutated. They're turning into like Davy Jones and stuff.
They become part of the ride.
Yeah. So the other day, because we're going back in September, so I'll be down there, but I'm not a platinum or Premiere or whatever pass holder, so I can't go experience Galaxy's Edge while I'm there. I can just look at it from Toy Story Land. Long to be there. But we are going in September, so I'll get to go. And the reservations for Oga's Cantina, Savi's Workshop Lightsabers, and the Droid Factory opened up so you can make reservations. So I was like, well, we'll see. And I went on there, put in our party of 8, because we have a big group going for that family trip. And I got a reservation to Oga's Cantina. So
Nice.
we're going to experience it. Now, I'm the big Star Wars fan in the group. And when I joyfully texted the rest of the family, I think I said something like, what did I say? Hold on, I'll find it. Talk amongst yourselves.
So Olga's Cantina, is it like a mixture of Swedish and Mexican food? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, you want a burrito?
Anyway, so I texted, I just secured us reservations for Oga's Cantina in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So leave your droids at the door and get ready to party with the scum and villainy of Batu. And then Jennifer's dad responded back, what did he say? Sounds like a foreign language, but I'm down with it.
I'm down.
Oh, what'd you call me? What the Batu?
What the Batu? So we're going, like, it's going to be a busy day. We're going to get there, go to, have lunch at prime time, go ride Toy Story Mania, and then go have drinks at the cantina. But I looked to see, well, let's see if they have the Savi's Workshop lightsaber thing reservations. No, there was nothing. It was like booked until sometime in October.
Oh, wow.
Completely booked.
Ish.
That's a lot of moolah. I didn't really have $200 anyways to spend on that.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, because your kid wants a droid.
So yeah.
You got to get a droid for your kid.
I'm wondering though, like, since it opens up at 6 a.m. for people staying on property, if those aren't included in those reservations, and for the people that staying in the resorts, they could get in then.
I mean, that's kind of how Disneyland did it, right? I mean, they still had to sign up for a time, but if you stayed on property, you were guaranteed to get in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a whole lot more people that go to Disney World than Disneyland, so
I just wonder if they were reserving times for 6 a.m. or if they started when the park opened to the general public. So at least I get to see the cantina at least. And it'll be fun. I'm wondering how long the kids are going to want to stay in there because I've heard it's not very kid friendly at all, which is weird because it's
Disney World.
The cantina, kids shouldn't be in there. It's like you can't bring in droids. Like you're gonna leave them outside with the droids.
Yeah, I'll dress them up as like old people or something. Hey, it's the guy from Up.
Yeah, like you kid, shush! I got one more drink. I got one more. Just you shush.
I've heard it's a very fast-paced thing. Like you get in there and they're like, "What do you want?" Okay, drink it. Now get out. Because they want to get as many people through as they can.
They should just serve shots then. That's
yeah. I've also heard rumors. This is just for the show. This is breaking news. That a lot of the cast members that were switched from other jobs have already asked to be switched back to their old job.
Jeez,
that's not good.
Some inside information. Yeah, so I don't know what that means. They were basically saying it was sort of a mess.
Sure.
It means nothing's planned out.
Because, I mean, it hasn't even opened to the public yet.
Right. It's like, if anything, if cast members have gone through it and cast members are saying it's crazy, it's going to be 10 times worse because you think cast members are going to be somewhat respectful of each other, right? Because they know they all have to go through the same crap all the time. So non-cast members are bunch of jerks, most of them, right? That go to Disney, so
Yeah, we are.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad, and everybody's gonna want everything, and it's just gonna be crowd. Yeah, I don't know.
Yay!
Hey, you're gonna have so much fun going.
It's gonna be great.
That's why I sort of want to go at 6 a.m. one day by myself and not have to and check it out, scope it out before taking the kids and everybody through all that mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's enough of that. We got some crises to solve.
Crisis.
Or some crises.
So many crises. Infinite number of crises.
So if you read the comics, you know what it's all about. If you haven't read the comics, then you've probably already stopped listening. No,
but they're listening because they want to know.
Yeah, so this is sort of be like we explain
411.
what it's all about, so you guys don't have to figure it out yourself. We do the work, so you don't have to. Hopefully, you'll like it. We did this with Infinity Wars before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do it with this, even though it's going to be a little while before Crisis comes out on CW. I think in October. Fall.
December, I believe. I believe the release the dates is in.
I've heard a rumor.
Oh.
That the Arrow season is pretty much going to be all about it. And it's going to lead up right to the Crisis where they all come together.
That's my theory about it, because I have some theories.
Because it's a 10-episode season. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yes.
And so I've heard the rumors that it's going to be all about the Infinite.
Because they're splitting up the crossover this year, where it's like 3 or so episodes, something like that. Because it's like 5 episodes over like 5 different shows.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 of them in December and like 2 in January, something like that.
Yeah. So we shall see. But I guess the Flash and everything and Arrow, they start back in October, I think.
Yes, everything starts back in October.
Yeah, and I saw the Flash. Did you guys see the Flash trailer from Comic-Con?
I did.
Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I was just trying to remember what it was.
It's got the
guy from
Mohinder.
Heroes. Yeah, Mohinder from Heroes.
From Heroes is the, I guess, villain.
Yes, I believe so.
He wants to basically end death.
Well, of
That's
course.
not so bad.
Sounds like a good. I mean, you can't be the villain then.
No, I don't know.
Unless it's like the episode of Family Guy where like they killed Death and then Peter took over as Death because no one was dying, and then Peter did a horrible job at it. So maybe it's something like that.
Yeah. So whatever that's going to be, I guess they'll do that up until the crossover, and then they'll just put that on hold.
Yeah, I think they the Flash was going to do what Shield has been doing, where they're splitting their season up into 2 chapters basically. Okay. Where like chapter 1 deals with one thing, like one villain, and chapter 2 deals with another, which I like because especially with the Flash, they have trouble like maintaining their villain through like the whole season.
Oh, we saw that last season.
We saw it the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, we ripped that apart. When we first started this show, that was one of the things we talk about every week was the Flash. And then the Flash became not worth talking about for a while.
They got a villain problem. A main villain problem, at least.
Anyway, so that will be happening before Crisis. I'm thinking Arrow is going to deal with it in bits and pieces the whole 10 episodes.
Legends of Tomorrow will probably have some things with it because they kind of deal with stuff like that. More than likely, Supergirl, I don't know if they'll really lead into it as much.
Because Supergirl has Martian Manhunter's brother or something coming in.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, where he's
the villain or something.
I haven't kept up with Supergirl that much.
I watched the video that sort of here's what happened. Anyway, so I guess before we get into that, we should talk about what the comic book actually was and how that's going to cross over into the TV world. This was done in the Crisis on Infinite Earth was in the 80s, right?
Yes. Marv Wolfman was the kind of creative behind it. And yeah, which you had some information on this too. But yeah, in the DC universe, like the DC comics back then, like there were so many stories that like a lot of things never really linked up quite right. They were doing like Superman stories, they were doing Superboy stories at the same time, and none of that really made a lot of sense. And Superboy was like the like Legion of Superheroes in the future at some point, and then there were like different versions of Batman. Like there was one where he like actually married Catwoman and had a kid called the Huntress. And you saw something about like a young Wonder Woman.
Yeah, so basically, well, I was doing some research because I didn't know much about this one. But basically, they were having some troubles at DC. Batman sales were down, so there was a point where they thought about canceling the Batman comics because it was so down.
Wow.
And so they didn't know what to do there. And then Wonder Woman, they had done this series where it was a young Wonder Woman, and basically her adventures before she was older and as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And at around the same time, was when Teen Titans came out, comics, and they're like, "Oh, she's young. She would fit in with the Teen Titans because she's a teenager." So the creators of the Teen Titans just threw her in there with them, and then they realized, wait a second, that was supposed to be in the past, and now we've put young Wonder Woman in the future or in the present with the Teen Titans. Oops. So they had all this mess going on. So they decided to use the multiverse card and be like, oh well, there's just multi-universe,
Yeah, and they kind of introduced that with the Flash.
Yeah.
With the Flash of Two Worlds, which is kind of what they did in the TV show a little bit, where like the Golden Age Flash met up with the Silver Age Flash by crossing universes, basically. Because there was the Justice Society of America, which had a lot of the really like the first iterations of some of these characters, the original Flash, original Green Lantern, Hawkman, Wonder Woman, I think was on there, but it didn't really have like Superman and Batman and those characters, and that was like the Justice League of America. So they had these two Earths, Earth 1 being kind of the main universe is what they said, and Earth 2 being like the Justice Society and stuff like that, which is kind of what they did with the Flash show.
Yeah. And then Earth 3 was like the Justice League were villains, and Lex Luthor, or a Luthor, it wasn't Lex, was the superhero.
Yeah, the Injustice League. Yes. And it had like Ultraman.
Owlman.
Owlman was like Batman. Johnny
Woman.
Quick. Yeah. Superwoman, which was actually, I believe, at least in some versions, Superwoman is actually Lois Lane as a superhero.
Oh, the one that I saw, Lois Lane was married to the Luthor, and she was married to the superhero.
Okay.
She was married to Luthor, and they had a son named something Luthor. Anyway, so in that one, their world is ending, and so they put the little Luthor baby in a capsule and send him into the multiverse, which sort of starts the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah. So in the comics, there's a character called Pariah, who basically he kind of like was the catalyst of what they called the Anti-Monitor, he kind of releases him, or at least makes him aware of the multiverse, and the Anti-Monitor wants to basically destroy all the universes. And so
just
the
because.
just because, I mean, he's the Anti-Monitor. Because there's a regular Monitor, which we've seen in the TV show, and he's kind of the curator almost of all the multiverse. And so he's going out to gather up all these heroes to help take on the Anti-Monitor. And he takes on Pariah as his like little gopher person as penance for releasing everything. Which
yeah. And then the Anti-Monitor. This is why I never really read comics, because there's just so much going on that you're just like, what happened? And then it always ends with the cliffhanger, and you're like, well, I guess got to get another one. Like we took my son to the free comic day, and they had this fish comic that was free. It was like for kids. And it was about this fish that was going into the big fish city to find a job, and it ends with him at City Hall saying, I want a job. And they're like, no, we don't have a job for clownfish or something like that. And then it ends, and it's like, oh, what job's he going to get? And so I took him back to the comic store, and I was like, hey, he keeps asking me, we've read this thing like, 50 times. Do you have the next issue of this? He's like, oh, let me look it up. He's like, oh yeah, they haven't made another one.
Oh.
And I'm like, and I said it dead serious to his face. I looked him in the eyes, and I'm like, you mean I'll never know what job Alex the clownfish gets? And he looked at me like, what? And I'm like, I'm just messing with you. He started laughing.
Nice.
Yeah. So like there's so much going on. So you got the Monitor, which is like the Hall Monitor, and then you have the Anti-Monitor that's like breaking all the rules.
Yeah. And so basically, the Anti-Monitor's trying to destroy everything, the Monitor's trying to save everything. And like basically the Anti-Monitor is winning, and it's just kind of down to like 5 Earths or something like that. And then Harbinger, which is like the Anti-Monitor is like, I don't know, protege, sidekick, whatever you want to call her, I don't know. Which is interesting because in Arrow, the character Harbinger is Diggle's wife, Lila. Like that's who her character is in the comics.
Oh, really?
Like she even goes by the code name Harbinger. But I really doubt they'll use her in that way for this, but that's where they pulled her character from for some reason. But yeah, like Harbinger gets possessed and kills the Monitor, but somehow that's a good thing because his energy protects the last 5 Earths.
Yeah, I saw this, and it was like basically his power was limited in his physical form, and when it was released from his physical form, then his full power was unleashed or whatever.
Yeah, so basically those 5 Earths, he's trying to save them by merging them into one. So basically that's kind of what the DC creatives, like that's their purpose behind this, is to just merge all these worlds into one so they can have one storyline.
Basically so they can fix all their mistakes really easy.
Basically, yes. And even then they still screw stuff up, and there's like there's other crisis later in time where they do to try and fix those mistakes too. So this does not fix everything, but this is their attempt to.
Yeah. Which in the very first episode of The Flash on the CW, the TV show, not the comic, they mention Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, so the newspaper article that you see from the future is basically the Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's like there's a red sky. Usually, like a crisis in the DC comics mean like there's always a red sky for some reason. That's what they do. And in the comics, the original Supergirl and the original Flash, Barry Allen, both died in the process.
Spoiler.
Which is like they alluded to in the Elseworlds crossover.
Yeah.
But Arrow made a deal with the Monitor in order to save them, which we don't know exactly what that is. We can talk about theories later. I got theories.
Well, we know what it is, right? It told. I just watched a video of them talking about it on the show.
Of what Arrow's supposed to be doing?
Yeah, the Monitor comes back.
Well, yeah, I mean, he comes back and collects him.
Well, he said what he goes, you know, what's happening or what, and he said the multiverse demands you be my sidekick, basically, to stop this, and that's what was,
Yeah,
and what he has to do.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what role he's going to be playing in it, though.
Sidekick.
But you do know that he will die apparently at some point. But we can talk about theories.
Oh, okay.
But back to the story. So the
sorry,
Monitor is still trying to do everything. Psycho Pirate is a character that plays a part in it that the Anna Monitor uses to try and attack the heroes and have them attack each other, which we saw Psycho Pirate briefly in the Elseworlds. He was at Arkham Asylum.
Had a gold mask on.
Yeah, he messes with people's emotions and everything and kind of screws them up.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, he's a psycho pirate.
Does he have like a parrot?
No, he dresses more like a court jester, really.
Oh well. I guess Psycho Jester isn't as good as Psycho Pirate.
Yeah, not really.
Maybe so.
Sounds like an '80s like punk band or something.
Could be.
We're the Psycho Pirates. We're here to blow your minds.
Blow your mind.
Thank you, Austin. I don't know why Austin.
That's the only place the Psycho Pirates play is in Austin.
It just seemed like a good city that they would go to.
Only it's in their rider, it's in their contracts. Only play in Austin.
Only plays Austin. Yeah. Anyway, there's like a couple Lex Luthors running around doing stuff, kind of helping out. They're kind of good Lex Luthors, although they go by Alexander Luthor Jr.
That's the one from Earth 3, right?
Yeah, I believe so. He has like these powers to like open portals between like limbo and antimatter universes, and the Animators try to use him in different ways. We don't know if we'll be introduced to multiple Luthors. We do know that John Cryer will be back to play a role.
Which, spoiler alert, in Supergirl, he was killed by his sister, right?
Yes. But then at the end of it, the Monitor comes and collects his body.
Yeah.
So,
there you
go. Dun,
dun. So the Spectre plays a big role. The Spectre is kind of, in the comics, is a character. He's kind of the right hand of God, basically. He deals punishment to those who deserve it, type thing. He helps out a lot by bringing those heroes together again, basically pointing them in the direction they need to go, and kind of sends them off, and also helps merge the Earths into one Earth in the finale of it.
There's the guy with him, right? I want to call him the Intimate Stranger, but that's not his name.
The Intimate Stranger. No, we're going to go with that.
What's his name really?
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
No, there's like three. There's three of them. There's the guy you said, Spectre or whatever his name is, and there's this stranger guy, and he has a blue fedora on. Oh, the that hides his face, and a blue
Phantom
cloak.
Stranger.
The Phantom Stranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Intimate Stranger.
That's from another
comic books that you read.
Yeah, that's from another comic series.
I am the Intimate Stranger. Kids, get away from him.
Let me show you what's under my cloak.
There's some stories because you don't really know who he is because he's a stranger, but there's some stories that he might be. Who was it they were saying? He was Judas, and this is part of his penance.
Oh, interesting.
Being Phantom Stranger. That was hinted at, but no one really knows and I think he has like a chain around his neck that's like silver coins.
Oh, that's sort of cool. But that is a character that's in Crisis on Infinite Earth. I'm not making that
up. The Intimate Stranger.
You've heard of Perfect Stranger. Now Intimate Stranger.
Be prepared for the intimate one.
Can you make an Intimate Stranger t-shirt?
I think we need that.
Throw it up on shop.spreadshirt.com/I'mGeek.
Just be censored. Like, I don't know what that
was. Tell me about your shirt. Oh, let me tell you about my shirt.
It's a conversation starter.
Come over here in this dark corner.
Let's get into it. But basically, the people end up stopping the anti-monitor, like, for good, are Kal-El, which is the Earth 2 Superman. So he's like an older Superman. Okay. Alexander Luthor, which is like the good Luthor from Earth 3.
Yeah.
And then Superboy from Earth Prime, who in later stories like goes crazy and he causes more crisis and tries to kill a bunch of people.
Which one's Earth Prime? Earth 1?
No, there's like Earth 1, but there's Earth Prime, which is like the main like center of all the multiverse, I believe.
Okay.
They all spring from that one, I guess. I don't know. They got upset that someone already had Earth 1 name, so they're like, oh no, we're Earth Prime then. So there.
Which is where the Primal Rage video game takes place, right?
Yeah, that's that happens. So they save everything. Alexander Luthor like takes the like Superboy, the Earth 2 Superman along with Earth 2 Lois Lane and their baby, and he puts them in like a pocket universe so they don't die, basically. That's where Superboy goes crazy. Because they're like in this like own little universe. They can see everything that happens in the main universe, but they can't interact with it. Yeah, that sounds fun.
There's a lot to take in.
It is. There's a lot. I mean, it's crazy. Because there's so many different characters and there's so many multiverse things. Eventually, they end up undoing it, and then there's multiverses again.
Of course.
And they have that 52, and there's they limit it to just 52. But then there ends up being more. There's like dark universes. Like there was Batman Metal, which was like showing different universes that were just evil universes. So there was like a Batman that was like mixed with the Joker. And then there was a Batman mixed with Doomsday, and there was a Batman mixed with Wonder Woman, like all these weird incarnations of evil Batman. But that's another time.
So at the end of the Crisis, from what I'm reading here, Darkseid appears.
Yeah, he kind of helps out at the end of it when like defeating the Anti-Monitor. But I really don't think they'll use Darkseid in the show.
No. Of course not. So how does all this affect the CW shows? Like, how are they going to make this work?
So I'm thinking, like, at the end of this, they're basically going to be doing what the comics did, is that they're going. So right now, like Arrow and Flash and Legends all take place in one universe. Supergirl is in her own universe, and then Black Lightning is in his own universe.
Oh, I forgot he's going to be in this one too.
Yeah, he's going to be in it too. They announced that, and then Batwoman is in the Arrowverse, like the Arrow and Flash. She's in there. But they showed kind of a dynamic between Batwoman and Supergirl that they could be like a world's finest type thing of their own. So I think they're going to actually just merge all those into one universe, and maybe even some other things that they may show up on the show. There might be some guest stars that they'll merge into.
It makes sense. I mean,
yeah. So that way they don't have to have any time hopping thing. They already they got rid of Cisco's power for some reason
That was the dumbest
on the
thing.
Flash, and he's not leaving the show. Like I thought they were doing it because he was leaving the show, but he's
I
not.
too. He's in the trailer for
What?
the new series.
Yeah, but he said like, "Oh no, I'm not leaving the show." So I was like, "So you got rid of your powers for like because you're still going to be putting yourself in danger by being a part of Team Flash, but now you don't have anything to defend yourself
Yeah,
with."
that was the
Yeesh.
dumbest thing. Like somebody commented on. I watched the trailer on YouTube, and somebody in the comment section, it was like, "I bet Cisco wishes he has his powers now." Because
Yeah, really.
that guy, they're like, somebody's like, "Cisco's gonna die."
Yep.
So
So yeah,
yeah,
so I think that's their end goal with this is to bridge all these into one.
good because I mean, there's no reason to have Supergirl in another
Yeah,
universe.
they only did that because their show started on CBS.
Oh yeah, that's right. But what about Black Lightning? Why did they put Black Lightning in its own weird
Black Lightning wasn't going to be a
universe?
CW show either. It was being shopped around to a bunch of different networks.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
then they ended up putting it on the CW, but they'd already kind of written it as its own thing. But they do have a mention of like Supergirl and some other people on that show, but you've never seen any.
Yeah, I watched the first season and I liked it, and then
Mhm.
something just time and kids and everything. I didn't get to watch the second season.
Yeah, same with me. I like the first season, but yeah, it's just so many other things watching. I haven't been able to catch
Yeah,
up again.
the only part I didn't like about the show was the, which we've said on here before, the youngest daughter of the family.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like, oh, she's so annoying.
she's the annoying kid syndrome where they have on the shows where it's just like they got to make the kid annoying for some reason.
But no, it's not because it's that actress, which I'm sorry, it's bad,
Oh.
but like I don't know why, but I was with the kids here and Descendants 3 was on, so we watched it on the Disney Channel. That's the movies on Disney Channel about the kids, the villains, kids that are brought. They're all on this island and they bring them over. Anyway, she plays a character on there, and it was like the exact same like character. And I'm like, oh, it's not her character. She's just annoying.
Oh.
Either that or all the characters she plays is that kind of character.
Yeah, really.
She's got a type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't that bad, Descendants 3. That series
Go watch it.
isn't that bad. Go watch it. It's on the Disney Channel. They're playing it every Monday, I think. That's what it said.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
So for the Arrow show, this is what I think we're getting into fan like guesses here. Was it hypotheses, whatever, fan theories. The Arrow show, what I think they're doing, because they've shown that they're bringing a lot of basically older characters or like dead characters from the show back for this season. Like his mom's going to be on there. Prometheus, which is a villain that died in the show, he's going to be on there.
Wait. Flash's mom?
Arrow.
Arrow's mom.
Yeah,
Oh.
Arrow's mom.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then Katana, who was in like the third season.
Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
She was in the third season. She was in the Suicide Squad movie, but like different actress and everything. But
Oh yeah.
she's gonna show up again on it. And his best friend, Tommy Merlin, is gonna be back somehow.
Huh.
So what I think they're doing is that the Monitor is over the course of those episodes preparing Arrow for his role in the Crisis. So he's taking him through his history in order to kind of purify him, like to deal with like the things in his past that are still like collected in him that make him angry, that make him like regretful, to kind of help release him from that, to kind of purify him a bit. Because he said that he's going to die. Basically, the monitor said that he's going to die. So the character in the Crisis of Infinite Earths story that I think he's going to take the role of is the Spectre. Because the Spectre basically in the comics always has a host. And the host is someone good that has died in the line of doing something good, and then the Spectre takes over that body.
Okay.
So I think, he's going to purify himself to do that. I could almost see him being like Arrow, also being the Harbinger type character who kills the Monitor, because the Monitor knows that he would do that because he's been able to do that. So maybe he has him kill himself so he can release his energy to protect everything. But then he'll die and the Spectre will take over his body. And then he'll be the one to... So I think that would be kind of perfect for him, because he would be the one to merge all the universes into one universe, into his Arrowverse.
Or will he become the Intimate Stranger? You never know.
He could be the intimate. He already is the Intimate Stranger.
Interesting. I think your house is haunted, by the way, Chris.
Oh, that's just cats.
Okay.
They're running around crazy.
I saw like this shadow move behind your head.
No, they're playing. They're chasing each other. And the Spectre has a green hood too, so I mean.
Oh, well. He just recently, the actor that plays Arrow. Wow. Totally forgot his name.
Stephen
Amell. At Comic-Con, he gave his original Green Arrow coat to a girl.
I saw that. I was there when that happened.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. I was in the very last panel for Arrow.
Oh.
And it was cute because that's I guess
she's been there 3 years.
Time
3 years in a row.
Yeah. I guess the first time he gave her a bow.
No. So the first time I watched the videos.
Okay.
Because I saw the video about the one that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, it said that it was her 3rd year, and I went back, how it gives you other ones to watch. So I went. So the first year she came up and she was in complete Arrow costume. And she asked the question if he was, I guess at the time he was doing these special t-shirts for cancer awareness or something like that. And she said, "Are you going to do another run? Because I'm a survivor." There's like this little girl. And so he got all emotional, came down. He had this necklace on. He said, don't tell anybody. And he gave it to her. And he said, "You can have it if you come back next year." And he said, "Well, if I can get tickets." And he said, "Well, don't worry about that." So then she came back the next year, and she came up to ask a question, which it was probably set up. But he goes, "You still got that necklace?" She's like, "Yeah, it's right here." And he goes, "Come here." And he brings out the bow and gives her the bow. And he's like, I'll give you the bow if you come back next year." He's like, "Okay." So this was the final year, and he took the bow back and gave her the original coat that he wore, which is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so cool that she, survived and got to come back, and
yeah, it's awesome.
Go through all that. Anyway, so that's just all to tell you that Stephen Amell is a stand-up guy.
Yes, super nice. Well, I mean, he gave me the tickets to go see the show. Yeah. Because I was like, yeah, my wife's sick, she couldn't make it. He's like, here, you can go to the panel. I was like, so awesome, such a nice guy.
And he's wrestled. He's been wrestled in pro wrestling, so
yeah, I won't hold that against him.
Anyways, back to the story.
Back to the story. But I mean, not only are they bringing Black Lightning in, but they've announced all these other people they're bringing in the show. The guy who plays Superman and Lois Lane in the Supergirl show, they're going to be on, supposedly with their new baby, or it could be Superboy, could be a little older.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
because
this.
on Supergirl, they left the planet to go to another planet because she was pregnant and it was going to be a super baby, so couldn't do it on Earth.
Oh gosh, I don't.
Um, so they went to a planet where the baby wouldn't have powers
Yeah,
when
that wouldn't been
when
pretty.
it was born. Nope. So they're going to be on it. The the original Robin, Burt Ward, is going to be a character
Mm.
on there. We don't know who. Like, I'm hoping it's an older Robin, but and then there was talk about Linda Carter coming back at some point, but supposedly they may not be able to get her, or she at least won't be playing Wonder Woman.
No.
Because she's been on Supergirl before. She was like the president,
Yeah.
something like that. I mean, the original Supergirl from the movie has been on the show. She plays like the mother, along with Dean Cain playing the father.
That's cool.
So I mean, they already have people they can pull that have already been on these shows, but they're also pulling like people that have been on other shows. There's talk about Tom Welling from Smallville may show up. Brandon Routh or Ruth, I don't know how you say his name.
Ralph, I think.
Who plays the Atom on Legends? He was Superman in Superman Returns. He's coming back as Superman, but he announced like at that Arrow panel that it's going to be the Kingdom Come Superman, which is really cool. He's an older Superman, so I think he could play the role of the Superman from the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Being that one, he could kind of sacrifice himself at the end to help save everything.
Kevin Conroy's going to be Bruce Wayne.
Kevin, the Batman.
The Batman.
He is the Batman. Kevin Conroy.
If you don't know who he is, he's the voice of Batman, right?
Yeah, he started with Batman the Animated Series, and basically almost like every iteration of animated Batman since then. I mean, he's the Arkham games.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Batman in there. I mean, there have been other people who voiced Batman, but he's like, to a lot of fans, he's the Batman. And yeah, he's playing an older Bruce Wayne, almost along the lines of, it seems like, Batman Beyond, which is another cartoon where an older Bruce Wayne took on a protege to be the next Batman. So if they can bring on Will Friedle to play Batman, that'd be great. Will Friedle was the voice of Batman Beyond. He was also the older brother on Boy Meets World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And supposedly there's like some small talk about Mark Hamill, maybe.
Yeah, I was just looking that up to see if there's anything else that's come out about that.
I mean, he's been on The Flash. He played the Trickster.
But the rumor is that he's going to play the Joker on this one, right?
Yeah, so I mean that would be friggin' awesome if he did that.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool. And I still want them to get Jensen Ackles, bring him on to be the Red Hood, because he voiced the Red Hood and
that would be great. They should.
So
he's a CW guy.
Already has the costume. They film in pretty much the same locations. He can just hop over just for a quick cameo. Why not?
Yeah, I think so. And the guy that plays Diggle has rumored that he's going to be the Green Lantern.
The people want him to be the Green Lantern so badly, just because his first name's John, and the character from the comics is first name John. But they kind of hinted at that in Elseworlds, where like the Flash from like the older Flash up in, he was like, "Oh, hey John, where's your ring?"
I thought there was something that just came out about that he was basically hinting.
I don't know. That'd be awesome if he does. I mean, Green Lanterns play a part in the Crisis. The planet Oa does, where the Green Lantern's like base is. So I mean, that'd be cool. Tom Cavanaugh is going to be yet another character. He's going to be playing the part of Pariah from the Crisis, who kind of kicked it all off and started the whole Crisis. Which is cool. Yeah, we already mentioned John Cryer's going to be back. But yeah, they've got so many people, and I guarantee they have not released everybody that's going to be showing up in this thing. Because they already, I mean, it's going to be, they could do like a whole season on this. They've got so many people they got coming on. Because they already got like 5 different shows they're pulling people from.
Yeah. Let's see here. Keep talking.
Keep talking. Katrin, what do you think?
Oh, okay. So basically this has been confirmed. Sorry, that I guess David Ramsey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Diggle.
Will be playing a different version of Diggle from another Earth in the event. Who will be identified? Who will be identified as Jon Stewart, and
that's the Green Lantern.
Yeah. So there you go.
That'd be awesome.
Anyways, what do you think, Katrin?
This is my favorite part of my week.
Katrin, do you think Arrow? Do you think he'll actually die?
Is the series supposed to be ending?
This is the last season.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think at the end of it, I think he'll become the Spectre at the end of it, because at the spoiler for the end of last season of Arrow, if you haven't watched it, but the Monitor comes back and collects Felicity to be reunited. It seems to be reunited with Oliver again. Oh. So I'm wondering if his term as a Spectre ends or whatever at some point, and they get reunited to go off wherever.
What if they switch it up and they put him in? He doesn't die, but they put him in the Pocket universe.
It could be. He could. Yeah, they could. They could be the Superman and Lois.
That makes sense. Because I don't know. I mean, I guess the last season and everything, but the way they've set it up, they've already showed a tombstone. They've already showed this. Why would they put all that out there? With that, why wouldn't it be like a red herring? Usually, when shows and movies do that, it's a red herring because they want you to think, "Oh, he's dead. There's his tombstone. There's the date. Blah blah blah." And then at the end, you realize, "Oh, gotcha. He wasn't really dead."
Somebody.
No.
Oh no, he's gonna be dead.
He's dead. I think he'll be dead. I think he'll be the Spectre, and I think that's how they could bring him in to future episodes if he ever wants to come back on.
So, or maybe he's going to be in a Pocket universe.
Could be in a Pocket universe.
Right in my pocket, right here.
Could be with Polly Pocket.
That's what I'm going to say. Pocket universe. Dun, dun, dun. You heard it here, folks. Pocket universe. He's going to be with the intimate stranger.
The intimate stranger in the Pocket universe. That's not a place you want to be with the intimate stranger.
Oh gosh.
No, you don't want to be in the pocket with the intimate stranger.
No, you don't. A lot of bad things going in there. Oh man, I think that's all that I have down here about all the people that's going to be on.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan, if you've made it this far, then you got to be a fan of the CW shows.
Or you fell asleep.
Or you fell asleep. That's what my wife does sometimes. When she listens to our shows, I'm like, man, somebody listened to this 16 times. And like, oh, no, this is me. I fell asleep. Don't fall asleep, though. Wake up.
You've missed it all. Wake up, rewind. Yeah. Let's do it again.
The CW, the CW shows are definitely better than the DC cinematic universe. So if you haven't watched them, give them a shot. Sure. Go back and watch the past seasons and catch up before.
You got some time to watch.
Yeah, just watch the Flash and Arrow, and the rest can wait. Pretty much. I haven't even watched the last season of Arrow.
I'm caught up on Arrow, caught up on Flash. I'm season behind on Black Lightning, Supergirl, I tend to just watch select episodes of. When I know like something big is going to happen, like I want to watch that one. Like when they brought on Lex Luthor, John Cryer's Lex Luthor, which he does a great Lex Luthor. Like if you want to see like a good Lex Luthor, watch the episodes that he's in, because he does a fantastic job. And I'll give Batwoman a try when it comes on, just because I'm a big Batman fan. So I'll be interested to see what they do with it.
I don't know.
Yeah, everything I've seen so far, I'm like,
yeah, I don't like her.
I didn't really care for her in the
right
in the last the
crossover.
Yeah, the last crossover. I didn't.
Yeah,
I'll give it a try. And the CW said they're not done making new superhero shows. They're gonna.
Great. So, fingers crossed, Intimate Stranger is coming.
CW After Dark.
Intimate Stranger. But Legends actually is probably my favorite.
I've only watched like the first season of that.
The first season was okay. They were trying to find themselves, and then like after that, they just kind of like stopped caring about being serious. And just kind of did whatever they wanted to, and that's when it really got good.
Should go back.
And then they've got Constantine on there, which I really like the actor that plays Constantine.
Yeah,
he does a good job. I liked the Constantine series, which was canceled, and I'm glad they brought him over for this. But,
is that on Netflix? I don't remember.
Could be. I think it is.
Probably.
Now, I don't know. There was talk at some point about they were going to be pulling those shows off of Netflix.
I know. That's why I was like worried.
Yeah, because they're going to be on another streaming service. I forgot about that.
Of course.
Watch it while you can.
I'm checking right now to see if it's on. If any of these are on there.
I'm sure.
I think we just.
Yeah, we finished the first season of Legacies, which is on Netflix, which is a spinoff of the originals. And it was pretty good. I liked it. It's cheesy, but it's good.
Yeah, Legends, Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, they're all on.
So Netflix. Arrow is up to season 7 on there. Is that all of them, or is there season 8? Or is this season 8?
The upcoming one is season 8, I believe.
Okay, so you can watch all of Arrow, which I need to do.
There you go.
Maybe I'm am I 2 seasons behind? Oh gosh.
Yeah, there's 4 seasons of Legends, which I believe there should be 4 seasons of Supergirl then. Yep, 4 seasons of Supergirl and Flash. There's 5 seasons of the Flash. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And these are, and especially Arrow. If you want to watch it, but you got other stuff to do, it's one of those shows that you could put on in the background, and just as you're doing other stuff, watch it if you want to catch up. Because they do there's some seasons that were sort of slow. It went back and forth, sort of like the Flash. It goes back and forth. Yeah, I'll have to try to. I don't know when I'm going to find time to watch any of these, but
kids will watch it too. With kids. Why is that man killing so many people? Don't worry, he'll learn later.
He's a hero. He's a hero. So on my Netflix, it says Arrow is a 92% match. I guess that means
you have to watch
it. I'm supposed to like it. Yeah, so that's a good thing.
I only got 86%. What?
Oh yeah, see, I'm higher than you.
I've been watching too many like K-19 and stuff. I guess.
Sure, whatever that is.
I was watching that on Amazon Prime. So.
Amazon Prime. Yeah, you watched The Boys, didn't you?
I did watch The Boys. For the most part, I liked it. They did some weird religious thing like for an episode or something that I was kind of like, eh. But overall, it was good. I liked it. I'd watch
Not
it.
family friendly though, right?
No.
Dang it.
No, definitely not family friendly whatsoever. There is some nudity.
What?
There is cussing.
What?
Um, there's death, violence. Basically, when you're watching a show and it'll list like PG or whatever, like whatever they do for shows, and they list all the things
Yeah.
That make it that.
why.
Yeah.
It's like the first episode listed like every reason I ever have
Gosh, why?
for it being that rating.
Be mature.
Yeah.
All I need to know from you. I'm probably not going to watch it. But I don't have time to watch anything. Are the kids and the animals in the series okay?
I can't say.
Oh no,
Oh.
no.
You'll have to watch to find
Are
out.
the kids
find
and
out.
the animals safe?
Yeah, there really isn't that. I mean, there isn't really that many kids or animals in it. So
There are boys in it.
yeah.
Isn't there a dolphin in it?
There is a dolphin.
Please don't hurt the dolphin.
Oh, sorry. You'll have to watch it. It's funny.
Is the dolphin okay?
It's funny. Just watch it.
No, is the dolphin okay?
Is it a space dolphin?
That's not a space dolphin.
Oh, we have a T-shirt for that.
That's right.
I just need to know if the dolphin's okay.
You just have to- that was one of the funniest things. I can't say.
Oh.
It's a simple yes or no question.
If you were a hot
A
dog.
dog, would you eat yourself?
Well, would you?
Would you?
I know I would.
I'd slather myself up with mustard and ketchup. That's an old SNL sketch. Anyways, fun times.
I did see Pennyworth is on Amazon Prime.
Wait,
the-
it is?
I saw. Yeah, there was like 3 episodes on there.
I thought that was only going to be on some channel called Epic or something weird.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then I saw something for Amazon Prime where
I-
it.
I wanted to watch it, but then I was like, oh, well, I don't get that channel.
Yeah, let me double check here, but pretty sure. Saw that and I was like, I want to watch that. Yeah, season 1, Pennyworth, watch now for free, and they have the first 3 episodes on there. Because they haven't released all the episodes yet, I don't believe.
Huh. I got to check
There
that
you
out
go.
then. I'd rather watch that than The Boys.
Oh wait, you can watch episode 1 free.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you gotta
But I
wait for a
thought
while.
I thought I hit play on the 2nd episode and it was playing.
And you paid for it.
It's locked on mine. Wait.
Oh, it's let me play the 2nd episode.
Oh, it says you can
This is
watch
compelling.
episode 1 for
Radio.
free.
Oh no, it's let me play the 2nd episode. Go play the 3rd one. It's playing the 3rd one, so I don't know.
It's
Tell us if it worked for you. listeners.
Oh man.
Yeah, it works for me, so maybe it can work. For
I
you
forgot
too.
my wife put a pin code in so the kids can't get on stuff. I changed the pin code. And I don't remember what it is. So I can't even check. Figure that out later.
You can watch episode 2. So yeah, I think the 3 episodes I believe you can watch for free.
But what about after that? I don't want to watch 3 episodes and never know
Well,
what happens.
I don't know.
It'll be
I don't know
like
if those
Alex
were-
the fish. I'll never know what job he gets.
See, they don't do the release all the episodes at the same time. So, like the episode 2
Yeah.
came out August 3rd, episode 3 came out August 10th.
Oh, there you go.
So now I want to watch them though to make sure I get to watch them and they're not going to take them off.
I know. August 10th. It came out August 10th. That hasn't even happened yet.
That's no
Today's the 8th.
Saturday.
Oh well, I don't know. Am I in the future?
Maybe
happening?
you are.
Wow.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Did see a flash of light. Yeah.
Anyways, this is I've had fun on this episode. Hopefully the listeners have had fun too. I so want to call this episode "Intimate Stranger," but I can't. So just between us real geekers, I am geekers or whatever you want to call it. I am geekers.
The secret title.
It's a secret title. Is the Intimate Stranger. Ooh. It was funny. I was at a thing the other night, and it was like a small group Bible study thing, and there's like we were new to it, and they're like one of the couples isn't here tonight, and it's funny their names is Streeter, and I said, and these people never met me before, and I said, oh, that's what my fans are called, and they just start laughing.
Nice.
You know, the Streeters, they're always stalking me. Want my picture and my autograph.
Funny.
Anyways, so that is Crisis on Infinite Earth. Now you're all caught up. When you see the show, you'll know what's going on. You'll be like, there's a psycho pirate, and there's a hall monitor, and there's some intimate stranger wandering around. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Next week, there may be a show, there may not. If the Chris's had the ability to record,
we do. Well,
not each other.
Yeah.
You both could record, and then one of you have to splice it together.
Or we could just pay the fee to buy the software too.
No, you could do
one
that.
of us could.
We'd have to edit like this. It would be an unedited episode.
Oh, it'd be bad.
Yeah.
All the listeners are going to want that.
We should do a live video. That's it. We could do a live stream YouTube video.
Oh, there you go. Check out our YouTube channel, I Am Geek Show. You can see the live stream. I'll probably be live streaming some stuff from Orlando. If we could record while I'm in Orlando, we will. If not, I mean, I get back Friday night, so technically we could record Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, just maybe a little late next week.
Maybe a little late.
We'll see. If it's just me and Katrin, it'll just be like, "Oh, did it start? Did you start it? I don't. Are you doing it? Am I doing the intro?
Recording, or am I doing it?
No, you know what it will be. You guys will hit record while you're setting it up, and you'll do all the talk we do beforehand, and then you go, now let's 3, 2, 1, and then you'll hit the record button again, miss the show, and then hit the record button again, and be like, well, that was a great episode.
How dare you?
that would be
we are morons.
That would be a funny episode.
I've only done that once in my life.
You should do that anyways, because that would be hilarious.
God.
Like at the end, it's like, man, that was so funny that we did that joke, and I can't believe that we had that guest on and all this stuff, and then people be like, what happened? Anyways, so thank you for joining us on episode 113 of I Am Geek. This is the Intimate Stranger signing off.